Time of day was it?
Oh, in the night. She was already in hospital and she had the cardiac arrest, I think, about 11 p.m.
And where were you at the time?
In bed, asleep, at home.
Although Doug disagrees with Elizabeth about the relevance of delving into his past, he's prepared to give the sleep plan a proper go. He's been keeping a careful note of his sleep time, and he can see that it's genuinely improving. And the more relaxed he becomes, the better he sleeps.
I was in bed, my head down, just about 9, I think, and had one of the best night's sleep I've had for a long time. I've kept my notes, my written diary as well, and it's quite surprising when I do that to find that I'm getting a little bit more sleep in when I time it than I thought I was. I didn't really think that after all this time, 25, 30 years, you could give me any help at all, but I'm changing around a bit.
So we have started to see some changes. Because it seems out of 7 days, you had really only 2 bad nights.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
One very bad.
Yeah.
I followed your advice too rigidly. I stayed awake until 5:30 in the morning,
yes,
and that was just...
I think what, as I explained last time, is really about not so much about forcing yourself to stay awake, but more about the fact not obsessing about falling asleep.
Yes.
Yeah, but it seems that at the second occasion you did it very well. You just rested, as you've written here. Well, I'm very pleased with that. What about you?
Thank you, so am I. I had to be woken this morning, which is refreshing.
Excellent.
No, I haven't done that for a long, long time.
Come fly with me, let's fly.
Having made real improvements in his sleeping, Doug is considering doing things that just weren't possible before.
The daunting aspect of going to Canada is considerably reduced. It would be nice to go, so I better really have a look to see whether the bank balance will allow me to go.
So now we know the main contributing factors that could keep us awake at night. Our biology, where we go to bed, our state of mind before bedtime, and our hectic lives all have a huge impact on the quantity and quality of our sleep. All 100 volunteers have now received their personal sleep plan to help them fix their individual sleep problems. And as we've seen, some of them have had a head start putting these into action, and they've already noticed some real improvement in the quality of their lives. But is this all just in the mind, partly induced by being on television? Or have the volunteers actually undergone some genuine transformation? This final phase of the experiment is designed to test just that.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, for the final part of your sleep plan, what we need you to do is to repeat the test that you did 2 weeks ago.
By comparing those brain functions known as the executive skills with the results from a fortnight ago, we can assess if they've made any tangible improvements.
Well, your results have actually now been verified, and we're able to tell you exactly how much you've improved. So we're going to start with Leanne.
Leanne's time zoning and relaxation techniques seem to have helped her memory. She's now sleeping longer than before, and the daily results of her cortisol tests suggest she's coping much better with the stress.
Next we come to Caroline, and in Caroline's case, her bedroom is actually the problem in her life.
Caroline's new bedroom sanctuary has helped her sleep better, and her long-term recall is a lot better too. But what about Janet and Dave?
We've managed to treat Janet's snoring now, and both of them have actually benefited a great deal.
Janet's dental brace undoubtedly helped her and her husband Dave sleep together for the first time in 9 years. But there are improvements to her mental faculties too. Janet scored much higher on the card sorter and driving simulator tests. As did Doug, who's been struggling with insomnia for 25 years.
And inevitably, this was affecting his quality of life, as we saw from his score 2 weeks ago. And although the first few days were quite tricky, just recently we've had a bit of a breakthrough.
A fortnight of therapy saw Doug's concentration skills improve considerably.
Next we come to Nadine, Danny and Aaron.
After 2 weeks of gradual retreat from Aaron's bedroom, Dan and Nadine are certainly much more rested. In fact, Nadine's ActiWatch results show she's more than halved the amount of time she's needlessly awake in bed. And they also managed to have that evening they promised themselves without being called home to look after Aaron.
Mum said no problem, put his head on the pillow, gone.
And last but not least, we come to Les. Now with Les, it's actually a bit difficult to analyse his results.
Remember Les, the Bodmin milkman who struggled to get up for work when it was pitch black? Although his scores have rocketed, unfortunately we've had to disqualify him for breaking the rules.
I've been into work today and handed in my notice to finish up at the end of the week. So at the moment that's the end of work in the night. So bye-bye.
There we go.
Les's momentous decision to give up the night shift means he's no longer having problems sleeping and makes our scoring null and void.
That's good.
He's now planning early retirement in sunny Spain. When we set out on this programme, we hoped that by bringing the science of sleep alive, we'd be able to help you and our volunteers to a better night's sleep. Remarkably, all our volunteers have benefited in some way. And hopefully by following some of the advice we've covered tonight, you know a little bit more about how to sleep better too.
I was very, very pleased with the results. I didn't think they'd go as well as they did, but I've definitely seen a big improvement, big improvement.
Oh, it's been heavenly. It's been really smashing to go to bed at night, go to sleep and wake up in the same bed with the same person on a morning. Absolutely tremendous.
If you want any more information on anything we featured tonight, or get your own online profile specifically tailored to your sleep problems, then log on. You can test your executive skills to see how your own reaction times are affected by lack of sleep and get personalised tips and advice to sleep better, all at bbc.co.uk/sleep. And if you'd like to talk to someone in confidence, please call the BBC Action Line on 08000 566 065. That's 08000 566 065. Lines are open 7 a.m. till midnight.